Max, did you say you had problems getting into Discord, or you've got problems with Discord itself? Oh.
Can you hear me? I know you can't see me because I can tell.
And mine just dropped out altogether. So
keep you guys
I hope that happened. Yeah, that's what Max was talking about. So I must be delayed on top of that.
I don't know if you guys heard what I got.
Wow. Okay.
But I got some stuff. All right. Can I press that button?
So yeah, I wonder what's going on there.
Oh, what?
That's interesting. I might actually text Sarge to let him know that he has gone to black screen.
Welcome to Driving Live Australia. I am your driver today, Sarge, and welcome to Birdsville. It is, wow, it is hot out here. It is only, it's only October. It's only halfway through October. We still got November of spring to go yet. And before we get to summer, it's already over 40 degrees out here, everyone. So there's the visitor centre. Ahead of us there's the airport. Over to the left is the bakery, the Birdsville Bakery. It looks awesome, and I was really looking forward to getting something from the bakery. Today's Monday. The bakery closed on Friday for the summer. The bakery closed for the summer. Anyway, I've just done a lap around Birdsville, and there you go. We're back to the hotel, which I just had a beverage. Awesome, just met a nice couple in there from the sunny coast, and yes, so this is Birdsville. Unfortunately for me, only about an hour for me to stop here today before we make our way to Mount Isa. Give us a 5x5 if you can hear me okay. So, no camel pies for me. No camel pies. I was looking forward to something a little different. I would have tried a camel pie, but the bakery reopens in March. The bakery is only open between March and now. There's the town water supply, and I'd say there's some satellite dishes and stuff there too. So anyway, we've got a few stops to make along the way, just short little stops. I drove out here from Baduri this morning, so it's about 160 odd kilometres or something, just to check out Birdsville to say I've been here. And there's some pretty funky things along the way, like 60-second stops just to check out some weird stuff. But yeah, it is hot outside. It is, yeah, just after midday on a Monday, and 5x5, awesome. Thank you, Junior. Who have we got in the channel at the moment? So Junior's jumped on. Congratulations, first on the live chat. Malachi's there. G'day, buddy. I hope everything is well for you at the moment. My boss is there. Good on you, Mickey B. He's going to make sure that I don't take a wrong turn today. So we'll have a little stop back in Baduri. I'll refuel there, and then that fuel should get me all the way through to Mount Isa. So fingers crossed. And so yeah, heading out of Birdsville, heading north. God, I hope it's north. Oh wow, there's a cloud in the sky. So there's been a couple of days out here where there's been not one cloud in the sky until like later in the afternoon. I had done a quick live stream as a thunderstorm rolled through. Well, I can't even call it a thunderstorm. It was a lightning storm because there was no thunder, which is kind of weird to have a thunderstorm. Sorry, a lightning storm. Oh, okay. We're gonna do 5 out of 5s. We're gonna do out of 5s for cattle grids too. So I can tell you what, that was a beautiful cattle grid. That was a 5. That was a 5 out of 5 cattle grid. That one. They are not all that good. A little bit of roadworks on the way. I'll be travelling back through the 12 kilometres worth of surveying that I have done over the last week. Yep, bump into Baduri to get some fuel and something to eat quickly because the bakery was shut. All right, so 190 kilometres for fuel. I swear it was only 160, but anyway, I got over 300 Ks in the tank, so we'll be fine. Who else have we got in the house? Henry, what are you doing? Is it not a school day? Is it lunchtime? What's going on? Can we promote the thing, Henry? What thing are we promoting? Oh, is that the Discord? No, what are we promoting? Remind me. Send it to me on a message if you want to. All right, this scenery is incredible. This scenery that we're gonna drive through very shortly is amazing. It just makes me glad to not be in the city at the moment. That's what I'm gonna say. I just to double check, I don't have my yellow flashing lights on. Every now and then I forget to turn them off. So I did a bit of work this morning, a couple of hours of work, and then sent my colleague Raj back to Brisbane. Well, he's got another job to do for a couple of days, and then he'll be back to Brisbane by the end of the week. Yes, the Discord, absolutely, Henry. Henry's an awesome moderator. Henry has created the Discord for us, so I've left him in charge of the Discord server for Driving Live Australia. So just the next step in the moving forward, the driving forward of the channel as we improve things. So Henry, absolutely. Mish is there. G'day, how you doing? On the road again, yes. So today, Birdsville to Mount Isa. I think that's two iconic towns in Queensland, in Western Queensland, that honestly, not even 1% of Australian residents would ever get to either of those two towns. Probably not even 1% of the Queensland population would get to either of these two towns. So I've done a quick lap of Birdsville. Not a lot to see there, but I am keen to get back. Birdsville's known for a couple of things. One, the Birdsville races. Apparently the town absolutely swells. The population board at the front of the town says Birdsville, population 115 plus or minus 7,000, because that's what happens when the races are on. Amazing. That's how good's that. And then there's the Big Red Bash. But there's other things too. The rodeo, they didn't have it this year, but they have have the Birdsville Rodeo and a couple other smaller things to come out here for, but seriously, the airport is right next to the pub, right in the. I've never seen an airport so close to the middle of town before. It's awesome, awesome. Alrighty. Okay, so Henry's put the link up there for the Discord channel, so we've just got that up and running over the last few days. I myself, I only follow one other channel on Discord, and I don't really know how to use it or operate it that much, but I've been learning, and Henry's going to teach me. But Henna's, good on you, buddy, for getting it up and running. And yeah, there's a bunch. I just put a couple of photos in there from the Birdsville pub, so I'm already starting to use it. I might have put a little clip up there from this morning, just as we finished our work. How's this? Oh, and you got are these wadi trees? I think these are called wadi trees. These trees are fascinating. They're just straight up and down. I wonder if they use them for outback Christmas trees. But like, I passed these ones just earlier. You got a couple of taller ones on the right of the road and a little one just on the left as we're going to go past. But yeah, they don't grow out. They just grow straight up, but they're very green with a lot of leaves. They're kind of like pine trees, but they don't spread out at the bottom like a normal pine tree would. Wow, we're already up to 16 people on the channel watching at the moment. So hey, look, if you haven't liked the stream, please give it a thumbs up if you're enjoying it already. It all helps. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I was looking at some analytics before, and we're doing about half and half, which is good. So half the people that have been watching the channel are subscribed, and the other half haven't. So please subscribe if you want to watch some more content. It's only going to get better and better. And I've realised that these longer drives are the way to go. So here you go, wadi trees. So yeah, so I knew I was getting close to Birdsville for two reasons. One, the signs that say Birdsville, 30 k's away, 20 k's away. But as I got to about 20 kilometres away from Birdsville, all of these trees, as we leave Birdsville, there'll be no trees. It'll just be little bushes and just wide open spaces of the outback. So good. It's so good to be out here, but it's also good to have great air conditioning. So the live stream. So I've driven from Brisbane to Sydney to Bathurst to Quilpie to Baduri and now to Birdsville. So far, I've done 3,877 kilometres, and I've live streamed most of it, almost all of it, to be honest. Less a couple of hundred kilometres. Well, I put a few hundred kilometres on during the working week. So the job site about 60 kilometres this side of Baduri. So we'll transit that, and I'll be able to show you my job site for the last week. As we say goodbye to the last of the trees around Birdsville. So Malachi, I heard about the storm that happened in Brisbane. So how good Starlink? One, I need to again. Starlink's been amazing. I have had the best time. We've had communications on the job site. My two work colleagues over the last week have really enjoyed parking up next to me and tethering to the Starlink, so they've been able to talk to their families and get the work, send some work through, get that all sorted as well. And the internet at the hotel was a bit crap, so we were all in different rooms, room 8, room 10 and room 12, but all of us had Starlink reception even though the car was parked outside. luckily the Starlink doesn't run a lot of power, so I was able to leave it connected to the constant power supply in the vehicle, and it ran all night, no problems. It's the best. I put the dual batteries to good use, put it that way, but work like a charm, so the boss will be happy about that. As we say goodbye, these are the last few trees for a while. So yeah, the tallest structures around here are going to be signs. So, but Malachi, yes, I was able to check out my cameras at my home. I've got cameras where I live, and one points out the driveway to where the cars park, and was able to see the storm. I also follow, and it was a bit bouncy. I'll give that one a 4 out of 5 for smoothness of the cattle grid. So Papa Greenfinger, someone new to the channel. Getting car sick, can we pull over? Oh, I'm not. It's always the passengers that get car sick, never the driver. Sam Newman. Are you talking about Sam Newman, the ex-footballer commentator that's not very good at driving Ferraris? Yeah, I've never met Sam before. He's a bit of a funny fella. He'd be, I'll tell you what, Sam Newman would be a classic to have a beer with. That's for sure. So he's driving a big black Silverado Chevy. Yeah, right. Towing a big van, so it's a big caravan. Cows there, g'day cow. Yeah, you're going to see some cows. I'll tell you what, in the middle of the day, you'll see a bunch of cow shit across the road and not a cow to be seen. Not a cow to be seen in the middle of the day. Even they know it's too hot. They go find bushes and trees and stuff like that. And you'll just see a whole big clump of them standing and laying down around the shade of a tree, and they'll obviously shuffle over every hour and try and keep as cool as they can. So many flies out here as well. Me and the work colleagues have been wearing the fly nets around our heads for the last week. So but we will definitely see some cows. All right, I'm just going to call you Papa. Papa, where are you from? Where are you checking in from? Are you local, or are you, well, I mean, you're local enough to know Sam Newman. So does that mean you're Victorian? Oh, I just ran into a couple of Brits at the Birdsville pub, at the Birdsville Hotel. They were awesome. They were sitting out the front waiting. So the Birdsville Hotel doesn't open until 11:30 in the morning. They got there at 10 o'clock. They were waiting for a drink, and so that was Ivan and Maureen, beautiful older couple, about to turn 80. How good are they? And they're out here traveling the countryside, enjoying each other's company, which I think is amazing. Look at this. You can start counting the trees, because you won't need to take your shoes off to count the number of trees out here. And bushes don't count. Oh, made in Australia. Oh, right, that's your second channel. Roger. Well, there you go. I do that sometimes too. I've got 4 channels. I've got my SARGE channel, my personal channel. Obviously, the Driving Live Australia channel. And if I'm watching other live streams and they want some extra thumbs up, I'll swap channels. And then I've got a couple of others that I've used in the past. I don't really use them at the moment. I'm not posting content on those 2 channels, but they're just sort of there just in case. But I might jump on those 2 channels and give a few more thumbs up as well for some other streamers that I like to watch that are friends of this channel as well. So shout out to Mitch over in Perth. You're awesome. There's been a few times where I've seen you getting close to your likes goal, so I'll go through all 4 channels and throw extra likes on there. And yes, sometimes I do it to my own streams. Anyway, the things we do for likes. The world of social media. Follow that cloud. Yes, I am following that cloud. I'm just going to see if I can position stuff accordingly. How's that? How's that, team? You caught me in my high vis. But I am going to follow that cloud. Cruise control. Look at this. And I need to tell you about these crests. So they don't. It seems like there's nothing out here at all. And then you get to a crest like this, and it says keep left on the sign for a reason, because there's 2 main things that happen. One is oncoming vehicle, and you won't see them to the last couple of seconds. So you don't want to be all over the road. You don't want to be diving to the left. So the roads are wide enough usually where there's a crest. The other is cows. And especially at dawn and dusk, you might have a whole herd of cows and there's no way you're going to miss them. As one of my work colleagues found out a week or so ago when he did something similar. Bull bars are called bull bars for a reason. So there is absolutely, there's nothing. Oh, there's a tree. We can start counting. There's a tree on the left. And that's the sort of tree out here that will get hit by lightning because it's the tallest thing around here. So, yes. So, and there is a bunch of crests. Okay, we've got a feature coming up on the left. I'm going to slow down for it. If I remember this one is a bunch of shoes. Now, I threw out a pair of thongs last night. I had a thong blowout and I threw them out. And now I wish I'd have kept them so I could have placed them on this, what are we going to call it, a monument? So let's check it out. There's absolutely no other vehicles around here. It's crazy. So look at this. Oh, there's a flipper. I can't call it a flipper. I have to call it a fin because I'm an ex-army diver. Look at that. It's just a monument of shoes. And if you've got some spare shoes, come and throw your shoes up here. Be a part of it. Unfortunately, I don't have any shoes to put there. And I've just bought these new boots. I'm not going to put my work boots there. So anyway. There's our first monument. There's a few along here. We're going to stop it for about 60 seconds and just check them out. But it definitely breaks up the drive because you look and you see something about 1 kilometre away because it stands out and you're like, what is that? What is that? And then you go, that looks like a picnic table. No, what's a picnic table doing out here? And then you get closer and there's literally a picnic table, which we might see. We will see. Is that the big Les show you're talking about? Right. Have kind of seen a little bit of it. Not that I'm not a fan, just sometimes I don't have enough time to watch everything and anything out there, but it is funny. That's weird and weirdly funny. I think you'd kind of need to be drunk or high to watch it, to take full opportunity of it. I think it would be funnier that way. But well, I just walked into the pub at Birdsville at 11:30. Literally the girl, I'll tell you what. Yep, the girl behind the bar at the Birdsville Hotel right now, yes. Her second time in Birdsville. She came out, I'm assuming the first time was to do the remote visa thing, but she's back. She said she likes the place so much, she's moved back out. And then when I said I'll be back next year, she said see you next year. So possibly looking at coming out for the Big Red Bash. Now here is the only roadkill kangaroo just there that I've seen. The only roadkill kangaroo that I've seen. There's no kangaroos out here, or if they are, they hide. They definitely don't get hit by trucks, so maybe they're just smarter kangaroos. Alright, I'm still chasing that cloud. Clouds, I'll tell you what, clouds have been amazing over the days that there has been clouds, absolutely takes so much heat out of the day when you're working out along the road. I can see a vehicle coming. Yep. Wow. I only passed about 3 vehicles on this stretch of road. It's nearly 200 kilometers, and I only passed. Or is it a tree? Okay, it's a tree. It's a fast-moving tree. Well, the road doesn't even go over that way. Okay, the heat is playing tricks on me, team. The heat is playing tricks on me. Still following that cloud though. You know what? When I get some time, I'll watch the Big Les show. I've seen one episode. I think it was involving a skate. I think they had a skate ramp in the backyard, and one of the characters kept like breaking their bones or something, and bleeding out, I'm not sure, but just kept going. I don't know. And is there like a Yowie looking person, like an abominable snowman or something? Anyway, how about I'll give a full episode a watch, because it's not the first time it's been recommended to me. Not even a wedge-tail. You know what? I have not seen a wedge-tail eagle out here. Not one. I've seen a lot of kites and a lot of crows. A lot of kites and crows. Wow. Look at this place. Look at just one road, no traffic, nothing either side of the road. There is nothing out here. I mean, there's a pole. There's a pole right there. I don't even know what sign that is. Oh, well, it's gone. There's no sign there. But it won't take too long before we see another monument of some description, which will and then there's a turn off to Windora, which is where my work colleague left me earlier today, and there's a ruin. Is it called Karkuli? I think it's called Karkuli. Cow. I have seen so many cows over the last week. One dead one. Lots of cows. We will probably see cows as we head into Baduri. So between here and Baduri, I've done that road. From Baduri to Mount Isa, I've not done. I've done until I think Dajara. And then I was only up there not long ago, about 6 weeks ago, doing some work up there. Here we go. Here we go. And the best thing is, you can just look at this. Look at this. You can see other tyre tracks just coming out here. Look at this, out in the middle of nowhere. How awesome is this? Seriously. It's just, that's it. Out in the middle of nowhere. There's just a picnic table. It's like, that's it. Picnic table. What have I got here? I got a little bit of this left. Let's just unplug that. Oh. I kind of gotta come out here. Holy crap, this is amazing. I got a little bit of Coke, no sugar left, so cheers. still chasing that cloud. So anyway, there's our 60-second stop. I mean, there's no signs. This place doesn't even have a name. This is nothing. It's so crazy. Might have to do a nudie run at some stage. It's way too hot. Seriously, my doodle will get burnt. No nudie run. All right. It is so much nicer in the car. All right, rubbish. There. This stuff back in the fridge. Oh, Mickey B, thank you for the fridge. I know it's not destined for me, but I appreciate it right now. How cool is this place? Whatever this place is. It's missing the umbrella. There's not even, it looks like there's been a hole for the umbrella. I don't think it's been out here like massively too long because it's not like totally melted. So anyway, there's all sorts of piles of dirt around here. All right, back on the road again, and still chasing that cloud. Chasing that cloud. Let's plug this back in. Just so I don't run out of power. I've run out of power before on the microphone. That's been unhealthy. And cruise control. Cruise control. There we go. Oh, aircon's so good out here. All right, so. Oh yeah, thumbnail. Yeah. Or a short. I think that's going to make a great short. How far into it? I need to like bookmark these places within the stream so I can come back to them later and do little shorts, reels, whatever you want to call the little clips. I tell you what. Is Henna's still there? I'm not sure. Why is he not at school? Hopefully I'm not dobbing on him. Rob Chapman. That was your comment, follow that cloud. Oh, so good. All right. So, crest on a corner, which is good because the cloud started drifting off to the right. So we're about to put it dead ahead of us again. Look at this. There we go. Look at that. Follow that cloud. There we go. I can't even see where there's the road. There you go, everyone. The Australian outback. Nothing to see here. Please move along. What an amazing part of the world. Seriously, this is why I wouldn't have rather be anywhere else when COVID hit, okay? COVID hits at the start of 2020. I'd just been to Japan in end of 2019. And just over the Sea of Japan in China COVID was spreading. Anyway, I get back and at the start of 2020, COVID starts to make its way through Australia, and all the borders start shutting and the world goes a bit crazy and there's no toilet paper left. Oh, here comes a car. Here comes a car. Look, see, ... There's poo. There's cow poo across the road there, but not a cow to be seen. We'll let this car go past. Just sort of concentrate when oncoming vehicles, give each other some room. How's the SES? Oh, give it out to the SES. They're a good bunch of people. I know a few people have worked for SES in the past, especially in Traralgon. Used to train one of the guys that worked at the SES in Traralgon in Victoria. Awesome. 140 Ks to Baduri. What was I talking about? Oh, COVID. So, what happened during COVID? The borders get locked down. I did escape the border once because a friend of mine, Lukey, bought a car in northern New South Wales. So we did the paperwork, went across the border. I drove him down there and he picked up his new car and then we drove it back. And I think he still has that car, a Nanospec Ford Escape. I say Nanospec, but it's a 2-litre turbo. Those things go all right. Anyway, then ever since, I've been sort of driving and flying around Queensland, delivering Hiluxes for Masters Surveying and picking them up and moving them all around the state, everywhere from Cairns to the Gold Coast, out to Mount Isa. And during COVID, I saw snow, I saw tropical rainforests, I saw deserts as we start driving away from the Simpson Desert. I wouldn't have wanted to be anywhere else in the world during COVID. It was not a bad place to be. Didn't even need to cross the border. Snow in Stanthorpe. Oh, dead cow. That dead cow. Wow. That was almost just a lounge room rug left. Anyway. Yeah, Hannah's was probably, I'd say he's probably on lunch break, but he'll join us later when he's finished school, and he's probably on the bus on the way home. Yep, thanks, Junior. Oh, the ride along gang. How's, where are you now? Where are you? You were in, was it Idaho? Did I say that? Idaho. I always get like Idaho, Ohio, Utah, all those states confused. I need to go there. The only 3 states in America that I've been to: California, Nevada, Arizona. Oh, well. Oh, okay, I'm not going to slow down for it. There's just a cement mixer. There's just a concrete mixer on the right there. If you go back and have a look, just a rusted out concrete mixer. I think there's something else coming up here on the left. There's some pretty funny stuff along here. Yeah, there's another monument just here. I think it replicates a house, but there's no house. I think. Check this one out. Nothing, no traffic in front, no traffic behind. So, I mean, here's a house. I think it's got a kitchen, solar panel, satellite dish. Check this out. So, it's just here. There's some cupboards, there's a washing machine, a couple of 44-gallon drums, rubbish bin, microwave, air conditioner on the ground there. Oh, kettle. The coffee maker, stove, TV. There's a TV. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Hopefully you can see this. I think this is the least that I can do. Just connect that. Okay. The TV doesn't have anything left in the screen. All right. Oh, and there's at least a smiley face on the satellite dish, or whatever that is. The least round satellite dish I've ever seen. Alrighty, back on the road again. Seriously, just fun. It's just fun to be out here. Arkansas today. Arkansas, isn't that okay? Let me guess. There was a president. Was it Bill Clinton? Was Bill Clinton from Arkansas? Did I remember that correctly? Isn't that where he grew up? How does an Australian know that? And probably a lot of Americans probably don't even know that. Anyway, Florida tomorrow. I definitely want to get to Florida, Bobby. Florida is, I want to, well, obviously they launch rockets from there. I want to go down the Cape and watch at least one rocket launch. Either there or Texas, over at Boca Chica. finish, oh mate, how it's just incredible. It's incredible. It's been amazing being out here. The flies have been a quick crap. The cows are fun to dodge, but the outback's amazing. I'll be back in Brisbane tomorrow night, and yeah, I mean it's always nice to go home, but I have a shirt. I made up a shirt a while ago. It was a prototype, but it's there's a sign here, and it's a welcome to country sign. It explains in oh, there's some cows over to the right, in amongst the man-made sand dunes. Anyway, they're way off the road. We'll see some closer ones. Yeah, I can't pronounce the indigenous name for out here, so I'm not even going to try. Not this time, but I definitely will be back out this way. Hopefully next year we'll come back out. Lots of cows. There's a couple of trees, just a lot of cows standing over there. Other than that, nothing. Yes, Bill is from Arkansas. How good's that? How's my memory? It's not like he was president like last term or anything. There's not a lot of yes. Well, there's 3 trees out to the left. So, but as I said before, you don't need to take your shoes off to count the amount of trees out here. Swallowing flies gives you a nice dose of vitamin A, plus the protein. Don't forget the protein you get from swallowing flies. I've only had 1 fly in my mouth over the last week. And that's when I thought, I don't need to put my fly net on my head. I'm only dashing out of the car for a minute or two. And I didn't swallow it. It just went in my mouth and I spat it out. Spit or swallow? Spitter. All right, see these crests? There's one particular one that's actually quite steep, and it's like all of a sudden you hit the crest and then come over the other side. I mean, it'd be cool to hit it like 200 k's an hour, get some air. Get some air out near Lake Air. Oh, that's right. The bartender at the Birdsville Hotel was like there. A lot of tourists go out there to experience Lake Air. So it's awesome. I need to plug this microphone back in, don't I? Oh, I did. Oh, look at that. Whew. All right, I'm starting to get into the swing of things without even thinking about it. Good on me. We did have a little microphone trouble last time. The cable I was using was a bit dodged, so I'm not using that one anymore. Spitters are quitters. I'm a quitter. There's a tree. I haven't seen any camels out here. And for those that have joined us since I did a lap around Birdsville, I'll say it again, the Birdsville Bakery shut last Friday, only 3 days ago, for the summer. Birdsville Bakery shut for the summer. So you're thinking about coming out and getting a camel pie, which I would have tried a camel pie, but they shut on Friday and they don't open again till March 2026. Cattle grid. Oh, that is a 5 out of 5 cattle grid. That's, oh wow, there's so nothing out here. I can't even see. The road is so hot, it looks like water before the horizon. It just looks wet. Yeah, it's definitely, well, you know what? Black bitumen out here is too hot. Plus, they just use a lot of the local road base, which is is reddish. So I'll just turn the aircon. So what I like to do, I've got the camera just near the windscreen and my phone up in the quad lock yes. Give Quadlock a bit of a plug, because a week ago they gave me some free stuff. So it's not a paid sponsorship, but they did me a favour, so I'll do them a favour. But look, every stream I'll mention Quadlock, because that's where my phone's sitting in there. Plus, I don't want to get done for like having my phone in my hand. Anyway, it's a good idea, and I do it quite regularly, is run cold air up the inside of the windscreen, and it cools down the camera. The GoPro was terrible. The GoPro would get too hot and just turn off. And I'd have to run the cold air up on the inside of the windscreen for about 5 or 10 minutes before the GoPro would turn back on. But the Sony's pretty good. The Sony's pretty good. So Mel's in the channel too. Good on ya. Yeah, how was the storm on Saturday in Brisbane? I heard, where was it, Boona got absolutely smashed with some pretty big hail, and I think Caboolture as well. And I live in between, so hopefully the cars that I've got parked outside got a wash. Unfortunately, my security cameras aren't 4K, so I can't see too much detail, but yeah, I could definitely hear the rain coming down on Saturday. Plus, I got some awesome people that check up on my stuff. So shout out to you, Red. Red and I did a podcast last night. So because I can plug the other podcast. So Red and I do a podcast called Two Blokes vs. the World. And we did our 3rd episode last night. We just sort of talk about current affairs, a bit of news from around the world, around Australia and around local Southeast Queensland. There is 1 cow over there. Oh no, 2 cows underneath 2 trees. There's probably a couple more lying down. So these signs might go past a bit quick, but Baduri's 120 kilometres away. So we'll be there in just over an hour. Obviously about an hour, 20 minutes. So yeah, Two Blokes versus the World. I don't know, we just sort of started it. Red's been wanting to do a podcast for ages, and then, yeah, a couple of weeks ago, I was like, Saturday, he calls me up, what are you doing? I was like, you know what you should do? You should start your podcast. So we've done it, and it'll get better. It's going all right. He's really good at doing the behind-the-scenes stuff, like making clips and reels and stuff like that. He kind of, he focuses on well, he's 29, you know, he's in his 20s. And so he kind of focuses on the TikTok and the Instagram side of things, and he streams out to Twitch and Kick and all of that stuff. He's also a bit of a gamer, or an ex-gamer. He may or may also not be DJ Ototo, who, again, give credit to the intro and outro music, because that's his stuff. There is a building off to the left. I don't know what that is. There's not even a road out. Oh, is there? I can't even see a track out there. Oh yeah, there's a track. I don't even know what it is. So GoPros are very heat sensitive, but it's also, because I've used it for live streaming, it's also encased in the pod. What is it called? I always forget the name of it, but it's an enclosure that wraps around it so that you've got some extra outputs and microphone, which is good for colder weather, but definitely not in the heat. It definitely holds the heat in. So I do have it with me as a backup camera. Piles of cow poo on the road. So let's see, we're going to do an equipment check. So first thing is laptop plugged in, fully charged in the inverter, plugged in, on, good to go. The Sony camera, which I do have trouble with running out of battery power, but it's always if I forget to charge it, even if it starts on 3/4 power, it will go flat. I have to have it fully charged, ready to go, and that way it stays fully charged the whole day. It is sort of vibrating around, but if there's one thing I've learned about the camera, good camera, but I need to find a different bracket for it, maybe like a vibration-proof sort of suction cap mount that goes onto the windscreen. But just in case that's expensive, I think the next thing for the channel will be a 360 camera. I think that will be excellent. So anyway, next. My phone plugged in fully, well, it's not fully charged, but up there on the quad lock, cooling down with the cold air coming up the windscreen. My microphone, it's plugged in, so it's fully charged. The transmitter, but the receiver's fully charged too, and that's all working and plugged in with a really good cable, and everything's working. So we are awesome team. We are awesome. So I put up a short, I think 2 days ago or yesterday. I put up a short on YouTube of the V8 supercars. I took a really short clip at the start. The first lap as the V8 supercars come up through the cutting and around towards the tree near Reed Park. And the first time they come past, it's like 10 seconds. And that's gone gangbusters. I looked this morning at 15,000 views on it, which is pretty cool for a new channel that hasn't got a lot of subscribers yet. Don't get that many thumbs up, although should give myself a thumbs up. 13 thumbs up so far. I should do a likes goal, shouldn't I? A likes goal. All right, bit bouncy. It's a bit bouncy. You know what? The road here has actually been quite good. Although the fan in the inverter didn't like those bumps. Started to make some noises. Hello tree, hello tree. Hello cow poo on the road. Anyway, I would say this road is less bumpy than the Bruce Highway, especially between Rockhampton and Mackay, which I only drove a couple of weeks ago. So anyway, 14 likes. We can get the likes up there. We've had over 50 people bump through the channel so far. So cattle grid. Oh, that was smooth. Smoothest one so far. So here we go. Kakori Bore. So 5 kilometers. There's the sign is cool. So there's actually some solar panels here. There is I'm going to say 4G, maybe 5G network just here. Rest area, I think public toilet. But there's a ruin. I'm going to take you up and drive up to the ruin. It's an old, it looks like an old, I'm not going to say sandstone, but it kind of looks like it. There's no roof there. I haven't actually had a look at it yet. I can see it from here. No, I can't. Can't quite see it yet. But we'll go and check it out. So Kakori. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. So 360 cameras would be a lot of editing, except I'm live. I've worked out I hate editing. After doing another channel where we do an hour or two of footage and then a day or two of editing, hate it. Go live. This channel needed to go live. Chatting to you guys whilst driving is amazing. I don't know if I did it like I tried to do it last time I come to Mount Isa. This is my 4th time driving from Brisbane to Mount Isa this year, moving vehicles up, and I can see the ruins now. So we'll bump in there real quick. 4th time driving to Mount Isa. Last time I tried to live stream. I got out of Brisbane and then it all died because there's no more 5G. So I GoPro'd it, and then when I got back, I realised that the GoPro had recorded. I recorded the whole journey for 2 days. The GoPro recorded in 25-minute intervals, and I was supposed to stitch it all together. And no way, screw that. All right, so we're just going to bump up here to the right. So now it says Karkori Ruins with an R. Is it Karkori with an R or without an R? These signs are misleading. Some have R's, some don't have R's. But we'll follow this sign up to the right. No traffic coming. C-A-R-C-O-O-R-Y, Karkori. But check out this maybe former house. This is cool. In the middle of nowhere. Bit dusty. Is that, yeah, so there's a road going off to the right. That's the road to Windora. So there's a lot of people have come and engraved signatures and what have you. But fireplace, what an awesome place. There is a sign here. Karkori Homestead Ruins. I will quickly take a photo. It's very faded. I'm going to quickly take a photo. And I keep forgetting, oh wow, it's hot out here. I keep forgetting that I can keep talking. Oh, I can kind of read it. Stick that up on the Discord. Henry will be pleased. Awesome. Obviously, just go for a walk inside, check it out. Happy birthday. Where's the video? Let's oops. Photo, video. Let's do 0.5. So no roof anymore, but injury. Here we go. That was me narrating the video, which I'll put up on the Discord. Oh, Handles will be happy that I'm using the Discord. I think correctly too. So hot out there, team. So hot. Photography? Yeah, let's whack it up there. There. Let's go bang, bang, bang. There we go, team. Up on the Discord. That's so quick. So you guys can check that out. Oh, your message failed to send. Why? Why did my message fail to send? Is it because I put 2 photos in a video? So let's go back. Let's get rid of that one. I'm trying to press the... I can't spend too long here. I need to get the Mount Isa. Let's go photography. Can I hit send now? It's like it's frozen. Get rid of the camera, YouTube. Back to Discord. Let's reopen it. Let's go again. All right, I'll do there. Send those. Oh, Hannah's is doing something. And then let's do nearly a minute's worth. I'll put that up there. Let's see if that goes separately. Thinking. Uh-oh, this file exceeds the... Okay, so no video, but the photos are up there. There we go. All right, good to know. All right, that's up there. Back to YouTube. Make sure I'm live. All right, let's head, team. Safe in the outback. Oh, look, there's a driveway right there. What who lived out here? Oh, there used to be, I'd say a veranda. There was a veranda out the front as well. You can see some footings, but obviously no roof, and probably anything that was organic, as in timber, is gone. Oh, there's a truck. Oh, there's a truck in front. Where's that cloud gone? Oh, is that it? Chase that cloud. Oh, it might be off to the right. Alrighty. If those walls could talk, Mish, absolutely. Yeah, cow. Yeah, we worked it out. Worked it out. All right, nothing coming from... All right, oh, is that truck just there? All right, so this is the rest area. So there's a couple of poles around here. Everything's got solar panels on it. All right, I'd say the truck that just drove past just bumped in. Anyway, we don't need to stop there. Toilets, little shelters, and phone reception. I'm having a look. There's, I'd say that's 4G, maybe 5G. There's a standpipe for trucks to put fuel, water. And back up to Hungy. Alrighty, that was a nice quick stop. I definitely wanted to check that place out. Henry, lurker. I saw you. Oh, hang on, we got one more stop. One more stop really quickly. Oh, that's right, I remember this. Check this out. Another monument. I swear I saw a truck drive past with this equipment on the back of it. I wonder if the cross trainer works. I wonder if the cross trainer works. I'll have a quick look. I haven't plugged back in yet. There's no pedals on it. No handlebars on the exercise. Oh, there's one pedal on it. Oh, will it work? Oh, there we go. That's backwards, forwards. There we go. Getting my outback exercise. Woo! All right, tell me that's not a clip. Oh, it's so hot out here. Woo! All right. Does this still work? Oh, here we go. Look. It's broken. Nah, the pedals won't go around. I'll tell you what, there's one thing, it's not going to rust out here. Oh, dusty. All right. I don't think I'm going to get out of the car again for a little while. Oh, it's so hot. Anyway, I saw that on the drive in and I thought I definitely need to jump on that. Whew, so hot. Back on the road, nothing coming. Nothing coming, of course. Oh, wow, all right. So hot out there, team. Just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, hottest part of the day. Oh, wow, look at that. Outside, 46 degrees. 46 degrees. Okay, I'll stop quickly. No driving and using my camera. check it out. And that, all right. Camera. Discord, here we go. Photography. Yeah, get rid of that one. Cool, add this one, boosh. There you go. More Discord stuff, yeah. So good. Camera gone, live, no cars. Beautiful. All right, now. Hannah's your lurker, there you go. Discord's getting worked. All right. Whew. That's my exercise. Actually, it encourages me to get back on my push bike when I get home. I might have to catch up with Marty and go for a pushy ride before, actually, when I get back. When's the next V8 supercar round? There's the cruise control. Oh. Car counter. In the middle of nowhere, there's the car counter with the little rubber strips across the road. All right. Oh, wow, it's so hot outside. But how's this road? All right, catch up on a little. How's the I'm just looking at the stream. The stream health is excellent. Wow. Okay, so there's so that's the V8 supercar short, reel, whatever you call it on YouTube. So is it up to 19,000? That's gone 4,000 since this morning. Nice. And 237 thumbs up, including yours. And mine. I definitely thumbs up. Bathurst was awesome, even though it rained. But I tell you, the temperature difference. This is the thing. Bathurst was like 8 degrees, felt like 0, especially when it rained and it was wet. I tried to sleep in the back of this vehicle, and it was so cold I was on an air mattress, and the cold just came up through the air mattress, through my back. I had a couple of those mink blankets, which are awesome, but I ended up sleeping on this seat. Just laid it back, and I was comfortable and warm. Yeah, it was so cold there, and then to come here, it's chalk and cheese. 46 degrees. I'll tell you what though, my hottest road trip, Death Valley in that's California. It's the next state over, Nevada. Yeah, Nevada. Death Valley, or is it back in California? Anyway, had left Las Vegas and we're driving to Yosemite National Park, or Sacramento, up to Northern California, and it was 52 degrees. I know the last stream I mentioned it, that my girlfriend and I decided to hop in some hot springs, which were only 40 degrees, thinking that would be cooler than the outside air temperature, and it was not good fun. So yeah. Hey, Max is here. G'day, buddy. Good to have you on board again, because you're a legend. Now, Max, I don't know how to work the Discord with a phone call, but you can, if you wanted to. How do you? Okay, so, oh wow, look at this road. So there's a quarry just to the right there with a lot of road base, a lot of rock there. There's not even any. There's no equipment there anymore. Is that a vehicle up ahead? Looks like it. That's like 2 Ks away. Maybe not quite 2 Ks. About almost a kilometre away. Max, we'll get back onto it. Just keeping my wits about me when passing another car on these roads. Especially, you don't want to, you know the slippery when wet signs? They should have cow poo, slippery when cow poo signs. Oh, how cool. That could be a shirt. Someone remind me to make a shirt up with cow poo, slippery when wet. Give a wave. It's the outback. If you don't wave, you don't belong out here. Everyone who knows waves. And then there's a second car coming, so. How many cars have I've seen one truck. Is it just these, and there's one other car maybe, and then these two? That's it. There's nothing out here, eh? So good to be able to live stream this to you guys. So have you guys come along with me. Now, are there cows under this tree? I'll try and get the camera. Look at all the cows under this tree. There's 2 cows on the right. Look at all the cows under these trees. Just stacked up. I'm going to call that Hamburger Hill. So many cows right there. Slippery when soiled. Max, legend, awesome. Slippery when soiled. Hot springs in Death Valley seems, yeah, in the winter, but you can understand it's 52 degrees outside, and when you pull up and they say, yeah, hot springs 40 degrees, you think, oh, 40-degree water is cooler than 52-degree air temperature. It's going to be amazing. It wasn't. It was terrible. It was like jumping out of the fire into the frying pan or something like that. Slippery when soiled. It's pleasant in Adelaide. That's why they call it Radelaide. Yeah, that's it. It is. The extraterrestrial highway, I think we did some of that as well. But I tell you what, going from Bathurst to here, going from the cold to hot, in California, we went from Death Valley, which is 200 meters below. I don't even think they measure in meters. I think it was like 300 feet below sea level or something. I've got an awesome photo of it. To 10,000 feet above sea level, going through Tioga Pass. My girlfriend and I had a convertible, and going into Yosemite through Tioga Pass, and that was incredible. Top down, no aircon, beautiful, enjoyed it, amazing. But just the day before, it was so hot. You couldn't turn the car off. The poor car would get so hot with the black vinyl roof. I think it was black. Gets so hot if you turn the car off. That poor aircon cranked whilst the car was running like all the time. Out of the frying pan into the cow cooker. Is that you, Max? Cow's going to be upset that he's not coming up with these quotes fast enough. You could sell shade out here. I can see a windmill up on the left. It'll be too far for the camera to pick up because it'll just look like another bush, but there's a windmill up there, and I can see another vehicle in front of me, probably 3 Ks in front of me. That's what I'm talking about. There's a vehicle up ahead about 3 kilometers. Can't tell if it's coming or going yet, but it looks big and square like a truck or a caravan. Should plug my plug the mic back in, hey. Cattle grid time, out of 5. Unfortunately, you guys can't do it with me, but ready? Oh, 5 out of 5. So good, that one. There it is. How am I? Yep, all good. Plugged in. Now, I thought I saw a truck up here, but it turns out that it's a sign. It's big and square, and it's the same size as like a prime mover, like a road train. If you look at it from the back of the front from a distance, but it's a sign. Oh, cow, you can play with trains as well. No trains out here, mate. But I'm mistaking signs for trucks. There is a couple of road trains out here carting dirt. They were carting dirt past our job site to redo the roads. Ah, yes. Moo's cord. The Moo Discord. Oh, hang on. There is a vehicle ahead of me. On here I was thinking it was a sign, but no, I did see a vehicle ahead of me. Looks smooth. Yeah, I'm sitting on the speed limit, 100, give or take. Oh, 20. So, the most amount of people that we've had watching the channel at one moment is 23. That's our record. We're sitting, was 20. I just saw it at 20. It's gone down to 18, 15. It says different numbers on different screens. Here is a caravan. Look at that. They're not traveling very fast. So let's just see if they're on the channel. Yeah, caravan, you on channel. They are. I've slowed down 70. So I can't see their mirrors yet. I think they've just seen me now. Yeah, if you can hear me, just going to pass through, but I think you already know that. Look at that. Beautiful. Give them a toot and a bit of a couple of, thank you. I don't know what channel they're on. But there you go, and that's how you, look, beautiful. Caravanner, they know. They've obviously done it for a while. They're traveling quite slow. They're sitting on like 80 k's an hour. Didn't take very long. I saw them about 3 k's back. Here I was thinking that was a sign, but I definitely saw them 3 kilometers back. So it didn't take long to catch them, sitting on 150 k's an hour. Obviously not. Oh yeah, 10, nearly 10:30 in Arkansas. So yeah, bedtime. Go for it. Almost. I tell you what, if you had 6 hours sleep, you'd almost wake back up, and I'd still be just pulling into Mount Isa. But great to have you on board. Have a good one, and enjoy Florida. I can't wait to get there myself. Absolutely. Adios, amigo. Look after yourself, and yes, we'll catch up soon. Who's Barb and Trev? Was that written on the back of their caravan? I missed that. If anyone rewind, is that what you did, Cow? Sorry, who was that? Mish? Did you rewind and have a look, or what? Did it say what channel, what UHF channel they're on to? Because I was too busy trying to look past, I didn't actually notice. Now I feel terrible. No, Rob, there's no kangaroos around here. There was one roadkill kangaroo about, what, 10 k's, not even, out of Birdsville. That's it. That's the only kangaroo I've seen. Hundreds of cows, no kangaroos. I just been silly. All right, Mish. Yeah, but that's Barb and Trev. Well, who did I meet? It was Ivan and Maureen in the Birdsville Hotel. Maureen lives on the sunny coast. Ivan lives on the sunny coast when he's in Australia, but he visits out from England for, I don't know, while it's, I think when's he saying he's going back, March or April or something like that next year. So I think he spends he goes back for the Northern Hemisphere summer. I take it the rain is warmer in London in the summer. And the girl behind the bar, she's from Portsmouth in the south of England. I didn't actually ask her a name. but I'll recognise her again because she was, just say it, Sarge. She was pretty. She was very pretty. Pretty girl. And the English accent, I don't mind it. Yeah, Max, I know you talk about the kangaroos. Yeah, the thing is, if there were kangaroos around here and that come out at dusk, like dusk and dawn through the night, there'd be a lot more roadkill on the road, which means there'd be a lot more kites and a lot more crows. And there's not a lot of kites and crows. The most amount of kites and crows that I saw was during the job site, and there was a dead cow not far from, like, just off the road from where we're working, probably 30 metres off the road. I mean, I can show you. We'll drive right past it. Who wants to see a dead cow? I know exactly where it is. Oh, what do we got coming up? I can see a tower. Oh, we got some roadwork signs coming up. We're getting close to where my job site is. Road's getting a little rougher through here. I got a pillow to see. Oh yeah, there's the trucks. There's the road. Yeah, so there's some. I think that's a quarry off to the right. I think that's where the road trains have been getting their road base from for the roadworks. But you'll know where it is because it goes to dirt. So it's the one bit of road that's dirt between Baduri and Birdsville. Cattle grid, out of 5. That's a 4. And so the road to the right here, the track goes off. Lake Machete, that's to Baduri. It's 141 kilometres. That's the alternate route if it's flooded through where I'm about to drive through. Trust me, it is not flooded at the moment. And the main sections of the road that are being repaired now are the floodways. So there's quite a big culvert that we detailed yesterday and a bit this morning at Kookaburra Crossing, which is 7 kilometres away. So yeah, literally the one section of road that is, so half of it's literally being bitumened as we speak. You can see they put it down in the last couple of days. Yeah, but Winton, kangaroos around Winton, it's a fair bit away from here. Like, still a fair drive to Winton from here. There's some truck trailers with some containers and stuff. They're about to set up a side office. So, old mate's Black Hilux. So yeah, so those got trucked in the last couple of days. So they're setting up a side office there. So, Jamar's on channel. We're up to 21 people. We're only 2 away from the record. So hey, if you haven't shared the channel, like, subscribe, share, set your notifications. I'll say that, and then Max will jump on and do the like thing. Oh, it's James here. James, how are you, buddy? 23. Woo! We just jumped up. We've equaled the record. What's today? Monday. How was your oh, Maddie was back on board last night for your stream out of B&E. Oh, how was your trip to Auckland with Kev and KDS? That was cool, bro. That was awesome. What, were you there for what? 2 days, 3 days max? Good job, man. That's awesome. You fly around, do your streams, I'll drive around. Seems like a fair trade. Although I'll be flying out of, ooh, am I flying out? I think I got I was supposed to fly out of Mount Isa on Wednesday night, but I think I'm flying out tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow morning, so I'll get back to B&E tomorrow before if you do your Tuesday stream. So here we are, we're back on the dirt, so this section's about to get bitumened, which is kind of why we're out here surveying the road, so it can get bitumened. So you'll see the bushes are getting a bit, there's a lot more bush here. This bush, I don't know what it is, spin effects, or I don't have no idea what it is, but it is terrible to have to walk through. You can't walk through it. I think they call it Machete Lake nearby here, because you need a machete just to walk off the road. Alrighty. So here's the start of our job. So there is there's a pole and a tower. Signs here. Oh, there's a cow. So there's a permanent marker. So this is where we started our job. So you got Air Creek, Cutterbarra crossing here. So there's a little bit of water off to the left and right. So yeah, so we detailed this culvert. And if you look at the cows on the left, I sunk into that mud there yesterday myself. So I got some washing to do when I get home. So there's a rest area to the right. It's good to have you all on board. Thank you for joining me. Good to have James here. Overnighted in Auckland. Yeah, first time to New Zealand. Good on you, mate. You did good. And to catch up with Kev and KDS and do a stream together was really cool. But that looked like a good spot to plane spot from. All right, so all of this road along here, and I'll kind of explain. Whilst Raj was doing the detailing across this road here, from left to right, from where you'll see there's we got pegs or stakes on the left-hand side. Every 20 meters, we had to detail across the road, and the road itself is about 20 meters wide. He would do the road, I would do from the middle of the road 30 meters into the bush either side. So along here, not too bad. On the left, the right-hand side into this bush was so crap, and there's no breeze in there. The bush is about 2.5 meters high, and there's no breeze in there. It's quite windy today, but when you get in there, it is baking hot. It's like between 40 and 50 degrees inside there with no breeze. So you go in there and you almost get lost. Every 20 meters, I would walk from side to side. I would walk from one side of the road to the other, 60 meters across every 20 meters. So I looked at my tracker to detail 2 kilometers of road, which we could do in a day. I walked over 12 kilometers in over 40 degree heat. So if you think you got it tough in your job, come out here. Oh, is that a cement truck? What is that? His barrel's not spinning. So he doesn't have any concrete in there, but that's definitely an Aggie. Good to have Joe on board. Annie, only 80. Is that an Annie that I've chatted to on other streams before? I don't think I've seen Annie only 80. But the thing is, at the moment, for some reason, it's still happening that YouTube is putting up the @username or handle instead of username. Yeah, you did, Rob. Yeah, Bobby's awesome. All right, there's a dead cow here somewhere. It's behind one of these mounds of dirt. It's all right, I'm not going to show you a dead cow on the channel. Just know it smells like roadkill. But That's where the crows and the kites have been hanging out. That's basically what I was alluding to. The only kites and crows that are close to here were hanging out on the dead cow. Oh, the road that I'm on is the Air Development Road. Yeah, good question, Max. That's why I've got you as a moderator, mate, because you pull the goodness out of me. The Air Development Road between Birdsville and Baduri. So about a 12-kilometre section. Then we did have not just Raj, but we've had Matt out here, and Steve and his old man John were out here doing the levelling along here too. Oh, there's a dirt devil on the road ahead. I got hit by a dirt devil during the week. Yeah, they're like mini tornadoes. They're crazy. That one's already dissipated. Lots of cow poo. Slippery when soiled. Alright, got to slow down here because there's a diversion road just here. And this is where the... so this section of road, Raj and I surveyed from the culvert to here, and Matt pretty much done the rest. So there's a road crew working just up here, so I don't want to dust them out. Joe, where are we at? We are 2/3 of the way from Birdsville to Baduri on the Air Development Road. That's where we are. We are in southwest Queensland, in the outback. Yep. Dust Devil. Did I say Dust Devil? Dirt Devil? Dust Devil? Yeah. Cow knows what I mean. Usually there's heaps of cows around here. Well, there's a few over under the trees on the left. But yeah, they're it's too hot. It's too hot. It's a couple of degrees cooler, but I will with air flowing through the car, the temperatures come down in the car to 44 degrees. Yeah. Oh, Annie, you are the mod from YPPH Playing Guy. Awesome to have you here, mate. Legend. We say hello to each other all the time. And when I do a drive to Perth, I hope to meet you. So Annie, great to have you on board, mate. Unfortunately, yeah, I couldn't just tell from the names because it's coming up with all the usernames. There's a little bobcat, a tracked bobcat, working hard, pushing up some dirt. They got the side office there. They've got the Starlink. They got the standard Starlink there too. So they're wide in. You'd be silly not to have it. Do I go through Booyah? I go through Booyah to Dejara, all the way to Mount Isa today. So I got a hotel room booked for me in Mount Isa at the Irish Club, which I was at only like a month or 6 weeks ago. So I'll have dinner there, and well, last time I was there, it was the finals for the footy, the semi-finals. So we got all the Pilan equipment. Jesus, more people out here today than there has been over the last week. Oh, mate. Oh, the water truck's just coming up here. So there's a pump. So there's some water. It's the Air Creek that they've been pumping the water out. And they got all the bulker bags there positioned ready to do the bitumen. So there's a little chicane through here. And then, yeah, there's some bitumen through here. These guys have been operating on channel 36, I think. Actually, I'll hit scan. There we go. wait to see it. Yeah, oh, channel 39, that's right. Oh, they got 2 water trucks working. Oh, they've got the other prime mover. They got the 2 water trucks. Hey boys, it's Sarge the Surveyor that's been working out here this last week. Thanks for not running us over, and you guys have a good time out here.
No worries, mate. Thanks, eh?
Cheers, thank you. Always good to stay friendly with those people that need it. Mate, look, sometimes you just need something. If you get bogged or broken down or something like that, you might need a tow or something fixed. So always good to make yourself known and be friendly. I will say that out of the drivers that have been coming through past us, one driver in particular slows right down, road train driver, slows down to like 20 k's an hour, comes past not to dust us up. Everybody else has been flying through at 80, 100 k's an hour. So, and I would try to carefully, you can see the cars coming unless we've been working on the bend. You can hear or see trucks and vehicles coming past. And I would try to always make sure I was on the upwind side. And the wind changes direction quite often, so you couldn't always just pick the same side of the road. I'll tell you what, I'm getting hungry. Can't wait to get back up to speed. There'll be bitumen road once we pass this. But all of this bitumen just on the right here on this new section, that's just been laid in the last couple of days, and that's just the first layer of bitumen. What's been suggested? Need to get the live GPS. Right, yeah. 100%, 100%. Live GPS, especially when I'm doing these trips. All I can say is work has been that crazy, sort of, it takes it out of you when you're working out here in over 40-degree heat for 10-hour days. By the time you drive back the 60-odd kilometers back to town, all I want to do is have a shower, dinner, and then I'm asleep. I've been asleep by like 8 o'clock every night. Nothing else was going to happen. I did do another podcast last night with Red, the Two Blokes vs. the World podcast, but other than that, yeah, I've been getting like a good solid 12 hours sleep. Then up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning and trying to get out the job site before like at the crack of dawn, because that's the best time to get a lot of work done. It probably takes it's like this. It almost takes half the day to get 1.5 kilometers of surveying done, and then the other half of the day just to get half a K done because it's so hot. And I found out how much fuel a Hilux will use sitting there idling with the air conditioning going, full bore. About 50 to 60 kilometers worth of fuel just sitting there idling with the aircon on, but you need a place to go to cool down every 20 minutes to half an hour. Otherwise, I'll tell you this, when I was in the army stopped work at 38 degrees. 38 degrees and above, stop work. Unless you're getting shot at. If you're getting shot at, well then fair enough. Yes, Annie, especially someone, like I've seen you moderate Mitch's channel, do an amazing job, good on you. And yes, we are planning, for those who may not have heard, early next year, hopefully as early as possible. My plan is to do